Let's take a look at alcohols now. What are alcohols? Now, alcohols are some things that you guys have studied last year also, and basically, these are compounds that tend to have a hydroxyl group. Now, you might wonder what's a hydroxyl group? Well, a hydroxyl group is the OH on a carbon, basically. And generally speaking, you'll find alcohols to have this property, that they have a carbon that makes 4 sigma bonds, and one of the 4 bonds is with the OH group. This is what you're going to find in alcohols. Now, you might have studied that alcohols have this general formula, CnH2n plus 1 OH. Now, this is only true for a very certain segment of alcohols. Not all alcohols are like this, you know. The simplest alcohols have this. Not all. Which are the simplest ones? The ones that are saturated, meaning they don't have a carbon-carbon double bond, that they're not cyclic, and they only have one OH group. Because you don't have just those. You have things like this. Here, let me show it to you. So you can have an alcohol, and this can be considered an alcohol, where you got 2 OHs, which looks like a CH3 on a C with an OH and an H, and a C with an H and an OH and a CH3. This fellow is butan 2,3-diol, if I name this fellow correctly. So this is also an alcohol, but it does not follow the formula of CnH2n plus 1. It doesn't. This is not the formula for this. This fellow, if you take out the molecular formula, this is 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 hydrogens and 2 oxygens. The general formula you have on top only talks about 1 oxygen. So, you know, you realize that these general formulas that you guys have studied are for a particular homologous series only useful when you talk about the most simplest alcohols. Not all. Okay. And the most important thing for alcohols in the structure wise is...
Quick pause. If you're finding value in this explanation, there's so much more to discover at Alt Academy, where we break down every A-level concept with the same clarity. Now back to the video lesson.
To talk about alcohols is there being 3 types of alcohols. So if I take a 4 carbon chain, I can have 3 different kinds of alcohols. I can have a primary alcohol, I can have a secondary alcohol, and I can have a tertiary alcohol. For those of you wondering how do I get this, the left one is butan 1 all, CH3, 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 CH2, CH2, OH, where the O is on the first or the last carbon. The second one is CH3, CH2 on a carbon that has 2 alkyl groups, but they're still part of the main chain, and has 1 CHOH. What you realize is that on the left hand side we call that a primary alcohol, and because the OH is on the last carbon, basically we say if something has a CH2OH group, it's a primary alcohol. This fellow is a secondary alcohol. That's the same way we've been able to label secondary halogenoalkanes and secondary carbocations. The carbon that has the halogen has 2 alkyl groups. That's what you have here also. But as a result, the alcohol is a CHOH. You notice that. And the one on the right that I've drawn is a CH3 with basically a carbon with 3 CH3s and an OH. And this is tertiary, where it is C just OH. There's no H on the C with the OH. And that's the biggest difference. How many H's the carbon that has the OH have? If you have 2 H's on the carbon that has the OH, it's called a primary. If you have 1 H, it's called a secondary. If you have no H's, you call it a tertiary. And why we talk about these? Because these guys react differently to each other, especially oxidation wise. Okay? I will talk about that in the reactions for alcohols. Hey there. If you found this A-level chemistry lesson helpful, why don't you head over to our website, altacademy.org, where you can sign up for the full A-level chemistry course. In addition to chemistry, you can sign up for physics, biology, math, or 4 other A-level subjects. Thousands of students have already taken the leap. What are you waiting for?